Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world on this November the 11th, Tuesday, November the 11th, 2025. I'm so delighted you're back for a few minutes of reflection. And today we have, it's cold. Right now it's like 42 degrees. And it's going to be, a little bit sunny, a little bit cloudy all day. It's going to reach a high of 55. So not freezing, but definitely it's feeling closer and closer to winter. I think we're 40 days away from the official beginning of winter in this hemisphere. So here we are. It is really the middle of November, and Thanksgiving in the United States is coming up soon. But today is a holiday here. It's Veterans Day, where we honor everyone who served. And so that's an important day to thank everyone whose service, who have put their lives into the hands of our armed services. And most people do it for really good reasons. And I'm a child of a veteran, so that gave me quite the adventure as a child. In Canada, I noticed, we're getting some weird screen action going on here. In Canada, they call it, let's see, what was it? Remembrance Day. A day to honor the Canadian men and women who have died in service to their country. Poppies are often worn in remembrance. It's the November 11th marks the anniversary of the end of World War I in 1918. And today on Remembrance Day, 2 minutes of silence are observed at 11 a.m., the same time when the World War I hostilities ended. That's how Canada celebrates today. So we, of course, have Memorial Day, which, if I'm not mistaken, is about honoring those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. So we have two separate days. All right. So with that said, let's see what other trivia for today. A whole bunch of celebrity birthdays: Leonardo DiCaprio and Demi Moore and Stanley Tucci, etc. Bunch of celebrity birthdays today. But the one thing on this day in 1889, the state of Washington in the United States, the state of Washington in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, was admitted to the Union as the 42nd state. So 1889. So I thought that was sort of an interesting little tidbit for today. I think that's it for the trivia and the weather. So what is going on? Man, I'm just the surgery recovery. I'd say every other morning now I'm waking up feeling nauseous, and then it goes away. I had oatmeal seems to go down easy, so I can eat oatmeal, and that's been fine. And I have my coffee, and that's fine. I drink water, but yeah, it's really weird. I just keep reminding myself that 2 weeks ago a little over 2 weeks ago, I had some major surgery, and I don't know. My mind just doesn't accept that things are as big as they are sometimes, if that makes sense. I just sort of go, okay, well, I'm move on. Let's keep going. We got a lot to accomplish. But my body is reminding me that no, it's going to be weeks, maybe even a couple months of adjustment. And everything I've read online says that. So it's just a good reality check to align expectations with reality. That is almost always an important thing to do, even as we strive for seemingly unrealistic goals. So with that said, I've just been thinking a lot about the transition. I stood up a new website last night for the new business, and was thinking about how, I've spent over a decade working on trust issues with leaders, in particular, helping individuals with low trust build more trust with other individuals through a process. And that's a very, very tough sledding, but it's really important work. And the people who work in this field are really amazing people. Anyone in conflict resolution, team coaching, all the different related angles to it. I find many of those people to be just some of the most incredible practitioners, and in a field where you're talking about going into situations where there isn't a feel-good beginning. In fact, there's often a lot of denial. So if you can even get in to work with them, if you can get past the denial, I mean, who wants to admit that their team is like, toxic basically at some level? And so to even get someone to admit that much and to invest real money into helping solve it, that's rare. And then you can get into the work and it's just amazing work when you can do it. It's kind of like real full-on brand strategy. Really hard to get people to pay for it. But once you get to do it, oh man, it's fun. It's really creation. You're feeling like you're creating something new. And in the relationship game, you're creating a new relationship, a completely new paradigm for people. They've had a set of glasses on that shaped everything. And you take those glasses off and help them put new ones on. It's amazing. It's great work. But, I realized the time for me to pivot away from that expression of trust, that process of trust building. But it didn't mean I needed to leave trust building behind, because that's really what drives me is human connection, building trust, seeing what you can do when you build trust with someone and what you can create together. And when I was so laser focused on that one way of helping people with trust, I kind of needed that for a season. But in a season of change, pulling back and saying, how are the other ways that I can promote trust in a way that meets the market and meets me at the moment, wherever, where my heart's at and where there's a real need in the marketplace. And so helping CEOs and founders humanize their story on camera and tell their stories more effectively on camera so they can improve trust and build that initial trust with stakeholders like potential employees and investors and other types of partners while building brand equity. That is trust. And I'm feeling very rooted in my work remaining in the trust business with an updated focus. And I find that really, really exciting to be rooted in a value that's important to me and willing to flex and move and change to help others with that in different ways that might be more contemporary, for example. So with that, I'll just say, what is it that you're looking to innovate and how can you root it in the same values that got you where you're at, but be really open to how you may go forward creatively in the future? That's the question. I hope that's helpful to you. That's where I'm at today, one day at a time, doing the best we can as we close out 2025 in a few short weeks. Hope you're well. Again, really would appreciate some ratings on Apple Podcasts. If you can do it, just go into Apple Podcasts, find the show, and give us a bunch of stars. And if you want to write a little review that says how this show helps you every day, that would be really, really great as well. I checked it yesterday. I didn't see any on there. Maybe I missed them. And also give us a comment. What are your thoughts? Hit us a comment on Substack. If you're on Substack, that'd be great too. All right, I'll leave it there. Until next time, until tomorrow, thanks again for listening. Bye-bye for now.